Hello everyone and welcome to ODST Halo Guide. I am Perplexality and I have a special treat for you. We are watching some gameplay. In the middle of the screen you'll see my gameplay, which is Perplexality. And in the top left you'll see one of my friends, who is Calamity. He's an amazing player. He used to be sponsored way back when, is what he told me. And he just usually goes like 3.0 in every single game you ever see him. And right now I have a 43-3 game for my gameplay, and he goes 43-7 on his. And we're gonna compare. I said, he was sponsored, so he's a very aggressive. He's more of the MLG and competitive playstyle. So those are very aggressive playstyles where you get up inside the enemy base and you kind of confront everyone. And then my playstyle is very conservative, and it holds back, and really I just focus on map control a lot. So I'm gonna weigh those two different playstyles and show you guys exactly what you're getting yourself into with those different kinds of playstyles right there. So as you can see, I'm just holding up this part of the map. Now, this ledge right here this is where sniper spawns, and it's just the best place to be for map control wise. I am a player who just establishes map control. That's what I do. I just make sure that enemies, if they are on the map, they're at least no shield, so our teammates are able to pick them off easily and move across the map quickly. When you're making moves like this, it's very imperative to focus on just controlling that dominance of the map. So let's say if the enemy was to control that map, that means they'd be able to shoot our teammates as they ran across trying to make flag caps and do all these different things. And it would just not be helpful. I mean, they just be constantly getting shot at, killed, team shot, and they'd always be weak, and it'd just be terrible. So you need to make sure you control this position and keep the enemy from getting this position, especially on Settler. Now, there are plenty of positions like this. On Ragnarok, it's kind of the top mid, or by Pelican, maybe even by Turret. That kind of region over there, that's an imperative place to hold. Every map has a different position that you just have to control if you want to have some kind of centralistic map control, where you can see everything, you're going to dominate. On Complex, it'd be Top Jerk, which is on top of the little center building. It's just plenty of things like that. If you have a sniper up there, you're going to destroy. So up here, as you can see, I have a sniper, so I'm able just to kind of dominate this whole map. Now, usually you'll want to have someone up here with you. I don't, but that's because I'm pretty decent with no-scopes. I'm proficient enough to survive. You don't have to be an expert no-scoper where you're going to no-scope all the time, and you will die sometimes. But the important thing is to notice that you're going to kill people just consistently enough to stay alive and hold this position. Once you can hold positions like this, you can be really effective at stopping the rest of the map, because you don't have to no-scope for the rest of the map. You can kind of take your time with shots. As you can see right here, I'm taking a lot of time with my shots. I'm not like quick scoping them from like 20 seconds away. The only time I'm really rushing my shots are when the people are shooting at me, or just when I have to no-scope because they're very close. And that's the only time I really rush shots. See, like, when guys were coming at me, you notice I kind of spammed no-scopes a lot until I got one. And I did my best to kind of maintain control, but I kind of just spam shots. And notice, see what they're doing now that they have that control? They're shooting at us way back in our base. They're just demolishing us from our base. I'm no-shield right now. So the best thing to do is to weaken them and make a push. Try getting yourself up into that region where they can't focus on your spawns anymore. As soon as you push them away from attacking your spawns, your teammates are able to spawn safely and set up a defense. Then once they're able to set up a defense, they're able to move on. The Calamity, he's sniping right now. He's giving us some excellent cover. He allowed me just to spawn straight up here. So now we just established map control because one player made a move where he ended it. There's Calamity up in the corner. And now I'm going to keep kind of generally holding this. I think he runs out of ammo soon. As you can see, I'm just seeing the top of their map. I'm putting shots into guys. I'm not going for a lot of kills. I'm aiming to kill the person, but the goal isn't kills. It's to weaken the people, or to just get them out of your hair. And that gets them out of the way for a lot of your teammates. Sun Tzu said, "It is safest to travel in ground where you know your enemy is not." Which basically means it's best to travel in areas where your enemy doesn't control. you don't want him to control this top of the map, because then he controls the rest of the map, and then it's hard for you guys to move, because they know where you are, for one. They can just use callouts, and they're shooting at you. They're just demolishing you, especially if they have something like a BR or an LR. LR is a difficult gun, by the way. But you're just able to generally control those kind of sections. See, right here, everyone's one shot or dying. A lot of guys are shooting at you. You just need to be able to stay alive and be proficient at keeping yourself up when you have situations like that. Now, another key point about holding this position is also you have a power weapon spawn. You can control that power weapon spawn, the sniper. And since I'm very good at the sniper and generating map control, this spot is basically perfect for me. If I get in a team, I usually want to make sure I have a team that's good enough to allow me to control this area. Or we're playing against people that I can kind of handle by myself. And see, I'm moving down flag carrier because the sniper was down there, and because just the flag carrier's there, so it's helpful. So it's better to go grab that sniper and then return to top mid, I was thinking. As you can see, as soon as I really gain back my bearings, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start looking as much of the map as possible. Because especially as a sniper, I've said this before, what a sniper sees, it kills. So if I see something, I can kill it as soon as I see it. Now, there's a skill level that is required and able to do something like that, but basically the ability for me to do it is there. It's possible that just looking at someone I can kill them. I miss all those no-scopes. It's kind of sad, but I do manage to get away alive. But basically, if I see someone, I have the ability to kill them and eradicate them. So that's what I do. Now, if I get to the top of the map, I can see the most area. If I can see the most area, that means I can see the most people. If I see the most people, that means I can kill the most, feasibly. Right here, I can only see a certain section of the map. I'm just kind of camping there because it gives a better angle on the flag. Now this position isn't perfect for the all of time. It's only good for a time frame where I can see into the enemy bases. But if there's such a time where I need a different angle, then I should be inclined to move, which I do sometimes. I get on this little ledge right here. It allows for better angle on the flag. Now, if you see up here, we actually got two snipers up there with us, so we're pretty much dominating. Almost no-scope that guy. And just keep your whole goal is just to keep them off your back, there are people gonna be flanking you at all times. The only thing I can really say about this kind of campy playstyle, because it is campy, there's a certain level of just campiness to it. That it's just an inevitability of playing like this. So you have to be able to watch your flank, because what's going to happen is, oh, this guy's killed me 15 times in a row. Maybe I should go behind him and try killing him, and then do what I want to do. Which everyone eventually gets to realization too. Usually I make a generalization of about, if I die 3 times in a row, sorry, if I die 3 times in a row, then, or if I kill someone 3 times in a row, then I'd probably need to move, because they're probably about to start flanking me. Which has been my general rule of thumb for a majority of the time. I'm so lucky that I managed to pull off that beatdown right there. Yeah, so, as you can see, people are just kind of funneling in at me. I'm just sniping so many people that they're really starting to get pissed off with me. They're just getting angry. And that, in turn, has caused me to get a lot more heat from other people than I should be comfortable with. And if I couldn't handle these people, I would definitely move. But because I feel I have the ability to handle anything they really throw at me, I choose to stay. Again, it's a matter of balancing map control with opportunity. It's just a risk and chance. You're balancing your odds when you get something like that.
Enemy flag taken.
Just like, see right here, I'm so easily able to control this area, it's not even funny. Just, all those guys are coming in at me, and I'm able to run away. Just, if I'm in a position like that, I can always run away, get some decent opportunities. You see right here, you can always just make sure you keep yourself back, single people off where you're not fighting them both at once, and stay alive. especially when you're playing positions like this, it's imperative that you stay alive, because if you're not controlling the map and no one else is controlling the map, then how are you guys supposed to establish a firm set of map control? Map control is incredibly important. We wouldn't be able to stop flag caps if we didn't have people like me controlling the flag and stopping them, or controlling the system. Of course, I'm not saying I would make flag caps. Now, if it were just people like me, we would never make any flag caps. We would be able to stop them, but we'd never be able to stop them because there'd just be so many people flooding in from everywhere. You know, they're just like we would have everyone sitting back and we'd just be killing them, and we'd never focus about pushing. So it's also important to have players like Calamity. As you can see in the top left corner, he's been really aggressive this whole game. And you can kind of see what he's doing in comparison to what I'm doing. He's kind of controlling my left for me, so he's keeping people off my back while I shoot. But it's imperative. See, he's just going to push up in their base. He's a player that really gets up in there. You can see him on my screen. His tag in the game is CNNR. But you can just see he's making all the really powerful plays of grabbing the flag and killing a lot of the players up close and personal who are hiding from me. So you need players like that as well as players like me. You need a firm balance of people, because if you don't establish some kind of balance, if everyone rushes without establishing any map control, if everyone focuses on map control, and then when it comes time to make an objective play you don't make it, then you're gonna have a bad time. It's just not gonna be an effective way to play. Now, because we have 40 seconds left in the game, we're pretty sure that we're gonna win, so we're not going to push very hard. But thanks you guys for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. If you want to watch Calamity's gameplay, click the link in the top left over his gameplay, and you can see what he does during this gameplay in contrast to what I do. Remember, just comment, rate, subscribe to show support. It helps me out a lot, guys. And I would like to thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and just let the video play itself out. ODST, out.
Game over. Victory.